Okay, everybody, it is me, Gregory Mannarino. It is that day. It's Fed Day, and it's going to be an interesting one. I am telling you, I'm actually, well, very, very excited about what's going to happen. And we're going to talk about that. So here we go. Wednesday, Fed Day, November 3rd, 2021. Before I talk about what is likely going to happen, I covered some of this yesterday. Let's look over at the market real quick. So yesterday we got record highs across the board. Dow Jones Industrial Average, S&P 500, Nasdaq, Russell 2000, all new all-time record highs. No surprise to you. All right, this market is so twisted. It is so freaking twisted. Anyway, right now, stock futures are slightly lower. Okay, whatever. It doesn't look like anything major is going to happen here at the open. 10-year yield slightly lower, dollar slightly weaker. Interesting if you think about that the market is anticipating today some kind of a move by the Fed, some kind of token taper. But look, it's baked in. In my opinion, it's baked in. So I would not be... I'm going to go out on a limb here, people. I would not be surprised at all to see this market finish higher after the Fed announcement today. Yeah, I know that sounds crazy, and it probably goes contrary to what most people think is going to happen. But again, it wouldn't surprise me at all. And if people listen to Greg Mannarino here, just for a moment. If in fact the market does respond in a negative way and we see this market fall off, there is a 100%, well, 100% guarantee that that dip would get bought up anyway. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens here with regard to the Federal Reserve. Anyway, let's go back to the market before I go off on that. So like I said, stock futures slightly lower, 10-year yield slightly lower, dollar slightly lower. Cryptocurrencies also slightly lower. Silver flat, gold slightly lower. Crude oil, people, is down over 2% pre-market here. Okay, you know crude oil is in la land. Has no business being here, but that doesn't matter. It's going to get propped up. And look, I've been telling you all for a while now that crude needs to fall. We watched it drop from 85 to 80. That dip got bought. Let's see what they do with this one here. Again, crude will not be allowed to achieve any kind of a fair value. And if it drops, what are they going to do? Expect a refinery fire, a bombing, some kind of another ship getting wedged in the canal, whatever they got to do to keep crude propped up. A false flag event, a U.S. missile strike on something or other. That's the game. That is how it is played. You understand? I think you get it here. So with crude, look, it's going higher. It's going much higher. There's no doubt about it. Will we get a substantial drop? Well, in a market where everything right now is rigged. There's nothing here at all that resembles a free market here at all anymore. It's out of control, and I think we all are very, very well aware of that. Let's talk about the Fed today. As I outlined yesterday, and as I just kind of covered here just a little bit, I don't care what the Fed does. I don't care, okay? I believe whatever they do is already baked into the market anyway. And again, I wouldn't be surprised to see the market finish higher. And if a drop does happen, people, I'm going to tell you what Greg Mannarino is going to do. I already have some powder dry, which means I will be adding to positions if the market drops. There's just no doubt about it because it will rebound. The mechanism here is very simple. And if you understand the mechanism, you know where the market's going to go. Again, we have a system right now that is, at its core, designed to transfer wealth from one group of people to another group of people. We have a wipeout of an entire class of people occurring. A new demographic here is emerging, and I don't think anybody out here is talking about it besides me. I've explained to all of you, it feels literally like from time immemorial, all right, that a new feudal system was coming, and I think it's upon us now. Okay. We're seeing, again, the well-off and the rich do better than they ever have, while the middle class is dissolved. Let's talk about that. Apparently, we got this ADP jobs report from last month. It was better than expected. It added 571,000 jobs. Meanwhile, every single week, we're seeing like 300,000 people applying for first-time unemployment benefits. Net, as our economy is contracting at its fastest pace on record. Net, we are losing jobs every month. But you see, you're not allowed to know that. You're supposed to think that everything is great. Everything is fine. Our economy is booming. Just like during the last freak. Absolutely. Okay, that was the lie. Look at the stock market. Oh, record high. You remember the cheerleader in chief? All he was talking about at that point was the stock market. And we were all rich. You remember that too? Look, these freaks, all of them, I don't care what you might think. They don't work for you. I don't care what kind of acting job they pull off. It's just a shit show of the highest possible order, okay? They all are slaves to the central banks, okay? Just as, well, I guess we all are too. They force us to transact in their product, which is the dollar or whatever currency you might have to transact in around the world, okay? You're not allowed to even dream about transacting in anything different, maybe whether it be a cryptocurrency or whether it be in gold or silver. No, you must stay in the dollar. This is the what our so-called caring, loving representatives are pushing on all of us. They're not into crypto at all, or into trading or transacting in gold and silver. No. You must stay in the dollar because that empowers the Fed. You have to understand that. Look, every dollar the Fed creates out of thin air, and every dollar that a president calls for the Fed to print out of thin air, makes the Fed exponentially stronger. Okay, you want to end the Fed? We could end it in a moment. Stop them from issuing a single dollar of debt. Just $1. One! And the Fed goes away. They implode. Okay, there's no mystery here. Okay, you remember the last guy? Oh, he's going to end the Fed, Greg. You're wrong, Greg. I'm going to bet. You know how many people bet me? In fact, one guy bet me $100,000. One of you out here bet me $100,000 that I would be wrong, that Trump would end the Fed. I'm still waiting for my payoff, okay? I told all of you it was a charade. I told all of you it was a lie. It was some kind of twisted mind game. I don't know where it came from, probably that QAnon dog shit, fake nonsense crap that I told you was all dog shit. You didn't believe me either. Oh, Greg's going to be wrong on this one. How about no? Oh, no. People, it's a game. It's a game, and they control it. Okay? So, understanding that mechanism, you shouldn't allow any of these things to control your mind. Okay? That's what they're trying to do here. Me, I want to free your mind. I want you to have a clear understanding as to what is going on. And I think you do if you follow this blog. I covered the debt-based economic model yesterday at length. I explained to you that they're going to do things that you can't even believe moving forward to continue to issue more debt. That's the nature of the beast. It can't stop. Debts and deficits hyper exploding higher. Okay, a stock market which is so astronomically overvalued. It's mind-blowing here. And we're going to get the Fed today, who no matter what they say, they're going to continue to issue debt in epic, record amounts. Okay, taper, no taper, whatever happens, doesn't matter. Okay, they're controlling the game. They're controlling everything right now. The central banks are the government. Okay, break out of whatever mindset you might be in. If you think that if we get Trump back in there or we get a farm animal back in there, which they all are kind of farm animals, they're just puppets anyway. It won't matter at all. You're done, okay? The rich are going to get richer. The middle class is going to get wiped out. And the people at the lower rung, well, they're just done anyway. Like I said, people, a new demographic is appearing right before our eyes. A wealth transfer unlike anything we've ever seen in the history of the world. And that is not going to stop. You have a tattoo on your face in the shape of a target if you're a part of the middle class. And it doesn't matter, again, what contorted, hideous thing they put behind the Resolute desk. It doesn't matter anymore. The old system is dead. This is a new world order. I really don't, some of you just don't get it. You don't get it. You think that, I don't know, that the illusion is real. And you're very wrong. All right, people, look, this guy here loves you a lot. I covered this, what's going on. Right now, we got stock futures pointing towards a slightly lower open. Let's keep our eyes on this today. Watch the MMRI, watch crude oil, watch 10-year yield. More importantly here, people, look, watch the MMRI, follow crude oil. You're going to know where this market's going to go. With regard to what the Fed does today, don't matter. I told you. It does not matter anymore. And again, what they say and what they do are totally different things. They're not going to stop funneling dollars around the world. They're not going to stop buying assets. That's their end game, to own it all. Once you understand that central banks were created way, way back here at Federal Reserve over 100 years ago to one day be the ruling body of the world, not just of the United States. They had to establish the U.S. dollar as a reserve currency. Once the Fed was able to do that, it was just a matter of time before we would be where we are now. And they are the most powerful organization on this earth by exponents. There's nothing that even comes close. The enforcement arm of the Federal Reserve is the entire military might, including its nuclear arsenal of the United States. The armed forces of the United States, because of the petrodollar here. And the fact that, again, they got a stranglehold on the world. The military is at the beck and call of the Federal Reserve. And they will point that weapon at anyone, even on us. Okay? I think you get it. At least I hope you do. All right, people, look, I'm out of here. Long video for the morning. Very important stuff. I cannot wait to see what goes on later. I will be posting in my chat room on my website, traderschoice.net, when the announcement comes out. So if you want to get a real-time blow-by-blow, go to the chat room on my website. You should be utilizing that resource anyway. It's free. I pay to have it there. I pay to add spots for all of you. And I think there's a few spots over there. So get yours now. Go over there right now, traderschoice.net, or just click on the link down here. Find the chat room. Get your spot. There's a lot of great people over there. Anyway, I'm out of here. Love you a lot, and I will see you later.